If you are over the age of 60, or you are caring for someone managing kidney disease, I want you to listen to this very carefully. Imagine walking into a grocery store, looking at the fresh produce, and realizing that almost every single comfort food you have loved for decades has been turned into a forbidden threat. You are handed a generic, double-sided photocopy of a renal diet sheet that tells you to strictly cut back on bananas, tomatoes, and orange juice. And right at the top of that banned list, in bold letters, is the humble potato. No mashed potatoes, no baked potatoes, no French fries. Suddenly, your dinner plate feels like a prison. You feel like your health is slipping away, and you are forced to choose between satisfying your hunger or protecting your life. But what if I told you that you don't have to live in fear of your dinner plate? What if a simple, scientifically validated kitchen method could unlock this beloved comfort food, allowing you to enjoy potatoes safely without overloading your kidneys? My name is Dr. William. As a physician with over 20 years of clinical experience in nephrology and metabolic medicine, I have sat across the examination table from thousands of patients who felt completely demoralized. They felt as though their kidney diagnosis had stripped away their dignity, their food choices, and their hope. But my life's work is built on a different premise. Your biology is not your enemy, and with the right scientific roadmap, you can participate in your own healing. Please stay with me until the very end of this video, because I am going to share a brand new, clinically validated culinary breakthrough from researchers at the University of Zaragoza in Spain. This method does not just reduce potassium. It actively leaches up to 70% of it from potatoes, canned potatoes, and even frozen French fries, without destroying their texture or their flavor. If you are living with stage 3 or stage 4 chronic kidney disease, or if your last lab report showed your creatinine levels creeping up, this single method is going to change your life. You do not want to skip a single second of what is coming. To understand why potatoes are normally banned, we have to look at the silent, microscopic filters inside your kidneys. You have about 1 million of these filters in each kidney, known as nephrons. Their job is to process enormous amounts of blood every single day, acting like a highly advanced water purification system that filters out waste, regulates fluids, and controls your blood pressure. Potassium is an essential mineral that your body uses to keep your muscles contracting and your heart beating. But when you have compromised kidney function, your nephrons lose their filtering efficiency. They struggle to remove excess potassium from your blood. If potassium builds up too high, a dangerous condition called hyperkalemia, it can interfere with your heart's normal electrical rhythm and become genuinely life-threatening. Because potatoes are naturally packed with a massive amount of potassium, traditional medical advice simply tells you to cut them out completely. But that advice is outdated, and it overlooks how potassium actually behaves. You see, potassium is completely water-soluble. It is not locked inside the potato forever. It is waiting for a way out. For years, renal dietitians have told patients to leach their potatoes by peeling them, slicing them, and soaking them in water for a few hours before cooking. But a landmark study published in the Journal of Food Science revealed a shocking truth that most kidney handouts completely miss. Soaking raw potatoes in cold water is almost entirely ineffective. Raw potato cell walls are incredibly tough. They hold onto their potassium tightly, meaning a simple raw soak leaves the high potassium load virtually untouched. To actually release that potassium, you need heat. When you boil a sliced potato, the heat breaks down the tough cell walls, melting the starch and allowing the water-soluble potassium to flood out into the cooking water. If you discard that boiling water, you automatically remove 50% of the potassium. But the Spanish clinical study took this a step further and discovered a double-leeching method that is nothing short of extraordinary. The researchers found that if you boil the potato first and then apply a soaking step after it is cooked, you can leach up to 70% of the total potassium content. By changing the sequence, cooking first to break the cell walls and soaking second to wash the mineral away, you transform a high-potassium food into a low-potassium comfort meal that fits beautifully into your kidney-safe lifestyle. But before I walk you through this exact step-by-step kitchen protocol, let me ask you a quick personal favor. If this video is giving you back your confidence, and if you are learning practical tools that a rushed 12-minute medical appointment never had time to explain, please take just 2 seconds right now to hit that like button and click the subscribe button. This channel exists for one simple reason: to translate complex medical science into real-world solutions that keep you strong, clear, and independent. Your support genuinely helps us reach and protect more seniors who are struggling in silence. And while you are down there, please drop a comment. Tell me exactly how old you are, your most recent creatinine or GFR level if you know it, and which city or part of the world you are watching from today. I personally read every single comment on this channel, and seeing our global community of proactive health seekers supporting each other across continents is the most rewarding part of my work. So let me know your city, and let's keep this conversation going. Now, let's walk through the exact step-by-step kitchen protocol to prepare your potatoes safely. Step 1. Select your potatoes and peel them completely. The skin contains concentrated nutrients, but in a kidney-focused diet, we must remove it to expose the maximum surface area of the flesh. Step 2. Slice the potatoes into thin strips or small cubes, about 1/8 of an inch thick. Slicing them thinly is not a matter of style, it is a matter of physics. The thinner the slices, the more cell walls are cut open and exposed, creating a direct pathway for the potassium to escape. Step 3. Place your sliced potatoes into a large pot of water and boil them for 8 to 10 minutes. Ensure you use a large volume of water, at least 1.5 liters, so the potassium has a vast reservoir to dissolve into. Step 4. Drain the cooked potatoes and completely discard the boiling water. Never, under any circumstances, use that cooking water for soups or sauces, as it is now a concentrated pool of the potassium you are trying to avoid. Step 5. Place the boiled potatoes into a bowl of fresh, warm water and let them soak for an additional 4 hours, changing the water once halfway through. This post-cook soak is the secret Spanish clinical breakthrough that draws out the remaining residual potassium, leaving you with a potato that has lost up to 70% of its mineral burden. Now, how does this look in real life? I want to tell you about a patient of mine named Walter. Walter was 67 years old when his routine blood work revealed that his creatinine had climbed to 1.5, officially placing him in stage 3 chronic kidney disease. Like so many seniors, Walter felt physically fine, which made the diagnosis feel incredibly unfair and frightening. He described walking out of his doctor's office with a handful of prescriptions and a generic diet sheet, feeling completely helpless. Walter started waking up 3 times every single night to use the bathroom, disrupting his sleep and draining his daytime energy. He became so terrified of potassium that he stopped eating all fresh produce, replacing his favorite fresh snacks with processed crackers and granola bars that he believed were safe. But in reality, those processed snacks were loaded with hidden sodium and phosphate additives that were actually placing a heavier workload on his kidneys. He had become a passive observer, watching his lab numbers slowly worsen. We made a few simple, intentional adjustments. First, Walter continued taking every medication his physician prescribed, because nutrition should support your medical care, never replace it. Second, we cleaned up his kitchen. We replaced the processed afternoon crackers with fresh red grapes and a small handful of raw, unsalted macadamia nuts. 2 snacks that are naturally exceptionally low in potassium and phosphorus, yet rich in the healthy monounsaturated fats that protect his vascular system. Third, his wife learned how to make cauliflower rice as a low-potassium, anti-inflammatory replacement for white rice. And we taught Walter the exact potato leaching protocol we discussed today. Within 3 months, Walter returned for his follow-up labs. His blood pressure had stabilized. His nighttime bathroom trips dropped from 3 times a night to just once. And most importantly, his rising creatinine had completely stopped climbing and remained perfectly stable. But when Walter sat across from me, he didn't talk about his lab report. He looked at me with a steady, confident smile and said, "Dr. William, I finally feel like an active participant in my own health, instead of just waiting around for my kidneys to fail." That is the power of accurate, science-backed information. I want you to change the way you think about your creatinine level. For years, you may have been told that creatinine is a permanent verdict, a measure of how much irreversible damage your kidneys have suffered. But that is only half the story. Your creatinine level is also an ongoing, real-time reflection of how hard you are asking your kidney filters to work today. And that workload is something you get to vote on 3 times every single day with your fork. By using the post-cook soaking method, you aren't just eating a potato. You are actively reducing the filtration workload on your nephrons. You are giving your kidneys a chance to rest, to hold their ground, and to function beautifully for decades to come. But please remember this critical medical warning. If you are living with advanced stage 4 or stage 5 kidney disease, or if your physician has told you that your blood potassium levels run dangerously high, do not make any major dietary changes based on a video. In advanced stages, your nutritional targets must be precisely calibrated to your individual lab work. Take this video and the Spanish clinical study to your kidney specialist or a registered renal dietitian and build a personalized plan together. Your kidneys have been working tirelessly for you, second by second, since before you were even born. Tonight, you have the opportunity to start working for them. Take good care of your biology, and I will see you in the next video.